It's time for another tale from the glass-guarded world, with Brian as Paxton the human cleric and fighter, Chris as Astor Fortuna the half-elf rogue and bard, Ashley as Terra Dane the human fighter, and me, Mike, as the DM. The heroes have finished exploring most of the Abjuration level of the mostly abandoned underground wizard complex. They've just located another fragment of the powerful wand of ice that they're seeking, but it appears to be maintaining a wall of ice that is holding back a flood of water. They're going to have to decide what to do about this wand fragment before they can move on to the next floor down, which is Conjuration. They're in for some real surprises when they get there too. It's not going to get easier, but it is going to get weirder. 5 feet from the door is a pedestal, and atop it is a small white cylinder, perhaps an inch long. You can feel waves of cold flowing from this cylinder, emanating in every direction. Another 5 feet from it is a wall of water, frozen in place. You can't tell how thick it is, but you can see frozen fish in it, as well as furniture and a rug sort of floating in this ice. You can barely make out doors to the right and left through the ice, and also straight ahead through the ice. You could think you can see the outline of a door illuminated from behind by some steady light source. So there you go. That is the room. The wand fragment is sitting on this pedestal right in front of you. What do you want to do?
So you said there's a wall of water with fish still in it.
Wall of ice.
A wall of ice that's behind the pedestal, and I'm assuming that's blocking the door that's...
yeah, all the doors are blocked by this wall of ice.
What do you think we should do, Tara?
I don't really know. I mean, I don't want to, like, be attacked by a flood after we try and, deal with this pedestal.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at the pedestal. Like, is there a wand fragment on it?
Yes, definitely. That's what that little cylinder is. I'll do perception checks for everyone. Astor and Paxton, you're looking around, especially at the wand fragment. A couple things you realize. There's a sense of motion in the direction of that doorway that I said is illuminated, the one to the west. Mm-hmm. You think maybe the water beyond that doorway is not frozen.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
And then you also realize, looking around the room, judging by how much water you've seen leaking into the library and the armory, remember you looked into those before and they had water in them? Mm-hmm. You think there's probably liquid water in the rooms to the north and the south of this foyer. The stone walls must have held back most of the water, but they won't last forever.
I wonder where that water's coming from. If it's like an infinite supply that would just fill up the entire thing, or whether it's a finite amount that would just spill out and leave maybe like a foot of water on the floor of this level, but that would be it.
Not a clue.
Huh.
I was thinking, if this is the case, maybe we need to gather the wand fragments in reverse order. That way the last one we get is the one closest to our escape from this dungeon, just in case we do get flooded and drowned to death.
So you're saying use this area as the place to put the wand fragments?
Yes. Collect them and then run.
I'm going to remind you of something that might answer that question.
Oh.
I'm going to remind you with a map. You wanted to know, where might the flooding come from?
Oh.
I don't know if that map helps at all.
From the ocean? This makes sense. There's fish.
And also remember that the sea level has risen quite a bit.
Okay.
So look at the map real quick.
So I'll let you guys describe for the listeners this map that I just showed you, the side view map, and why that is answering the question.
Yeah, so the map is basically the kind of compound of the Eldritch Knights, and then below it kind of like a line of the stairwell, and then the different levels of administration, and then abjuration, conjuration, etc. And abjuration, they're not like all parallel. They're kind of like some are dug out further west or further east, and abjuration is kind of all the way towards the cliffside near the ocean. And in this in this drawing of it, the ocean level is beneath Abjuration. But if the water levels have been rising, I could see where they might draw that a little higher.
Yeah, it's an old drawing that probably predates the sea level change.
Yeah.
And I'm going to just say that it seems like it's breaking from the top down. So wherever they put the shards was to freeze that side that's collapsing.
Yeah.
So as we go deeper, there'll be less water, maybe, because the ice is keeping the water back.
Yeah, they did write one fragment holding back the flooding. And yeah, if this is ocean flooding, this is...
Yeah, we're going to drown. So I really do think that it might be beneficial to gather the one fragments lower and come back up to get the last ones.
Tara is going to mark on her map that that's where this one is. And yeah, we should go lower before we flood the place out.
So a question then is, to test the theory that they'll automatically reassemble whenever we get them near each other, should we grab the one upstairs and bring it down here?
Yes, I think that'd be a good idea.
What do you think, Tara?
Right now I'm okay with leaving it because we know where both of them are. We don't know if assembling it makes it stop what it's doing right now.
That's true.
Or that we can use it if it's a partial wand. So right now, I would say if we can find a third fragment, we can bring that back up to the administration level and test there. Because I don't want to mess with this one.
That's true. I wonder how many fragments of this one there are. So far, it seems like there's been roughly one per floor.
Yes.
So...
Well, not a clue. I'm guessing it's standard wand size, so probably not one per floor. That seems like excessive.
have they standardized on one size?
Yes, but we definitely should keep exploring. I'm sure we'll find
It's
them as
not
we
the
explore.
Staff of Frost.
That's true.
So, where to?
You want to try to head down one more level?
Yes.
So, that's Conjuration, right?
Yep.
Correct.
Hey
need
guys,
to be
what's
careful.
Conjuration?
That one, I actually can't remember. It sounds like you're...
Summoning something.
Yeah. A conjurer is someone who brings things into existence. But, I don't know.
Weird creatures would make sense in that case.
I guess. Out of play, is that roughly correct?
Yes. So
Okay.
conjuration means summoning things, and also spells that let you teleport or move. Those are also conjuration.
We need to be careful.
I think that's... yeah.
I know that we were very confident on the second floor since it felt like we had eliminated most of the enemies. But even with just those chests, there were still enemies hiding about.
I'm pretty afraid of the necromancy level.
Me too.
Because anything that's down there probably doesn't really care if it doesn't have food or water for a while.
And Nandel did warn us that there are creatures down there. We need to tread lightly.
Yeah.
Let's go.
All right.
All right, back through the maze.
Well, now we can go the faster way, right?
Sure.
You can go through the puzzle rooms that are deactivated. You want
Yeah.
to just go back through them pretty quickly.
Okay.
It's easy to do. Skipping all of my beautiful puzzles. It's fine.
Sorry.
It's fine. No, it's fine.
It was maze versus puzzles. We picked maze.
No, you're doing the smart thing. Okay.
When all this is over, we'll go back through and do the puzzles.
Oh, will you? Okay, great. Well, I mean, you might not. You might not want to. I mean, it's probably not going to be. They're probably not designed to be fun, but or maybe they are. Maybe I designed them to be fun.
I'll never tell.
Good choice, guys.
What
Maze.
character did he play that said that? Was it Pinocchio? Who did he say? He talked in a funny voice and he was like,
I think that
I'll
was-
never tell,
yeah.
or something like that.
So I was like, are we friends? I'll never tell.
Yeah, something like that.
I'll say, looking at that guy's picture, that is not the voice I expected him to have.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh, that thing was creepy. And that's kind of also why I called him Pinocchio, because I thought, like, when he described that he had one yellow eye, I thought that he had a weird, warped, bigger eye than the other. And his hand against the thing, I thought he was a diminutive creature with psychic abilities.
Yeah.
And so I was like, small, he's a liar, Pinocchio.
Yeah. It's probably fine.
Said hunchback monster.
Yeah, they're creepy. Those things. Okay, so the stairs wind downward, twisting deeper below the Hall of Scholars. You reach yet another open doorway in the stairwell, but this time, as you glance further down the stairs, you see a strange, shimmering reflective surface just a few steps down. It appears that it would block your movement past the Conjuration level. Do you want to do anything with this before you go through the doorway?
I nudge Paxton.
I mean, that's the pane of glass of pain, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah, do you want to inspect or investigate or anything like that? What do you want to do?
Let's inspect it.
All right. Okay, so you all have a look, and you can all see that it appears to be emitted from a disc that hovers just above a step that is right below the surface of the floor that Conjuration is on. Right, so basically it would be this little disc that is hovering above the stair would be accessible to you and people coming down, but people coming up would not be able to get to it. They would run into this reflective surface.
Well, I think I know how we should get rid of this. It would be that guy's finger, right?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
But I don't think we want to bust that pane just yet, right?
no, we might want to just do it when we go up, not when we...
Or you mean whenever we're ready to go down one?
Yeah, or we go down, because you can go down, right?
You can't go below Conjuration. You basically you can't go below Conjuration without removing this barrier, and things can't come up from below Conjuration without you removing this barrier.
Oh, okay.
So it blocks travel just below the level
Both
of
ways.
Conjuration.
I feel like we're going to have to start actively trying to... Before, I was thinking more of, if we don't have to fight it, let's not fight it. But the more we can get rid of on a floor, the easier it will be as we move down.
Yeah, also I figure if we're ever gonna reclaim this place and make it something useful again, you know, having a big scary hole in the ground full of monsters isn't much of a starting point.
That's
like
true.
The least we could do is clear this thing out as we go through.
Yep.
I mean, if not us, who?
I just want to remind you all that each of us has almost died and we were only on the first and second floor.
Oh,
Yeah.
Tara doesn't really want to reclaim this place. She wants to go back home.
True.
But, you know, you definitely want to get rid of the stuff, because it sounds like below there might be worse stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, for now, Conjuration.
Yep.
We'll deal with divination later.
You exit the stairwell, and there's another one of these same size rooms. So,
I walk around the darn stairwell, too.
oh right, you walk around to the back. Well, we'll get to that. So the doorway opens to another 40-foot by 40-foot room like the other stairwells. The walls are made of the same stone as the rest of the structure, but the doors here are a dull silverish metal, probably lead, which means they must be very heavy. Red runes grow dimly all across the surface. Upon closer inspection, these runes are actually made of tiny red gems. The purpose of the runes is not obvious, but there is some easily decipherable writing here. First, carved into the stone above the doors is the word Conjuration. Second, to the right of the door, barely visible, a few lines of text glow white on the wall. I assume you want to read them?
I can read it this time.
This one is a little tough to read because of the way the light glows on the wall, so it's a little difficult to read. But do your best.
Yeah, okay, here we go. I think I have good vision. Strathok. I have failed you and the others. My hubris led me to risky experiments, and one of them has resulted in a disaster which I then compounded with another mistake. Of course, a powerful sorcerer such as myself is not helpless. I have come up with a solution of sorts, but I am not even fooling myself. This will likely be the end of me. Do not open the doors to Conjuration. I have managed to contain the creatures beyond, but perhaps they will find a way to dispel the forbidden zone. If so, these doors may hold them back a while longer. To add to my failure, I traded away the Conjuration wand fragment in exchange for information which turned out to be flawed and responsible for this catastrophe. The portal in storage to the north could take you to the section of the city where I traded the fragment. The hive You know the place I mean. Unfortunately, I have the portal key with me. I am on the other side of this door, and quite possibly dead, so it is unlikely that you will be able to use the portal. Given the power of the reunited wand, perhaps that it is for the best. If you see him, tell that coward Gribbage not to be too satisfied that I am gone. It is my understanding that he has started packing his possessions when the pyromaniacs in Embarkation made their first move against him. He has probably already left. I wish you the best of luck. Your experiment is noble. I regret that I will be unable to do more to support it. Try not to think too poorly of me. Scavier. P.S. I'm afraid the Mark I Soul Sucker is with me. I am hoping I might use it to salvage some lost souls on my side of these doors, but I will try to destroy it if it appears it will fall into Tanar... Please tell me this name. Tanarari? Tanari?
Yes, it's not a word that Aster knows.
Oh. I can't read this one. It's Tanari or Batazu Hands. Cans. The light is really making this hard.
Yes.
But that's the story, guys. What do you think?
Interesting. It sounds like that means maybe we should think twice before opening this door in front of us. It sounds like...
I'm sorry, I'll mention one more thing. Now that you say that, as you're looking at the door, you realize it is already open. It has been moved a slight bit open. It is ajar.
It was Nandel, remember? He knows what's down here.
So he already opened that door.
Yeah.
He didn't read.
Apparently he ignored the warning.
Well, to be fair, the guy also says there's a portal, and the portal is where the wand fragment is, but of course, you can't open the portal because the portal key is on me. Whatever a portal key is, I figure we probably need to go in there anyway.
Yes.
I don't know that Nandel is necessarily after the one fragment specifically.
Nah, he's a moron, though.
Yeah, we only know about the one fragments because Lavarion told us about it and sent us down here to get it. He is just looking for cool arcane stuff, right?
But he is sly, so he might know of our mission and is ignoring it because he has his own agenda.
That's true. He might have also pieced together that there are fragments of a wand down here from all these notes that we keep finding.
I wonder if Nandel has been in communication with Pinocchio at all.
That's a very good question.
Either way, there's something specific here that I think we should take note of. He said that in exchange for the wand fragment, he traded it away in exchange for information, which turned out to be flawed and responsible for the catastrophe. So either Pinocchio or something even darker and more menacing behind these doors is very intellectual and capable of manipulation.
Well, he said he traded away the wand fragment to someone that's in the city that's through the portal. So whoever gave him the bad information, I don't think is down here.
Yeah.
We need to be careful about Pinocchio. Also, this Gribbage person. Remember, Pinocchio said he used to be somebody else.
He's the head of Abjuration.
Yeah.
But Pinocchio did say he used to be a wizard.
He could be any of these people down here. He could be Strethok. He could be... I don't know.
Yeah.
Any given person who used to be a wizard or a sorcerer and wanted power.
And remember, the wand was traded and now resides in the hive. Whenever I hear the word hive, I think of a large population of enemies in one place. That is scary to me. Like worker bees, all
You hate bees,
Well,
huh?
he said it was a
Together.
city, so...
yeah.
I follow along with you for everything but the enemies part. I think that enemies is very contextual. We'll need to decide whether they're friends or foes at the moment. Doesn't do us any good to decide that they're enemies beforehand.
I choose to think with caution that anything we go forward is an enemy until proven otherwise.
That's a heck of a way to look at the world, Aster, and I slap him on the back.
That's how I survive, Paxton.
Fair enough.
All right, where to? You've got these doors that are slightly ajar in front of you. Tara, I think there was something you said that you wanted to do.
Yeah, I wanted to walk around the backside too.
All right, so Tara walks around to the backside of the stairwell.
She kind of knows what she's gonna find, though.
Yep, and there's a door.
But she also knows that there's supposed to be, I guess, a portal through that door that we don't have a key to. So she opens the door anyway.
Okay, you open the door.
It looks like the shape of when you were a kid and you would draw a house.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So this small door opens into a 5-sided room with 2 angled walls making a point to the north. The remains of broken crates are scattered around the room, and it appears to have only one thing of interest left in it. To the north, in the corner formed by those 2 angled walls, is a stone archway. It appears to lead straight into the corner. On the left side of the arch, someone has carved the following in Old Common. Bewara Hearmis Freyo.
That's an Old Common.
Mm-hmm.
Do any of us know Old Common?
Could make a history check.
Yeah, let's...
Yeah, can I roll too?
Sure, everyone, if you want to, make a history check.
Got an 11.
11 as well.
Oh, 21.
21. Aster, you know the way you would translate this is either beware pain's lady or beware harm's lady.
I say that to them.
I like it.
I look at Tara and I look back at Aster and I wink. You think she's the Pains lady?
And to be clear, that's possessive. Beware pain apostrophe S lady. Beware pain's lady or beware harm's lady.
That sounds incredibly dangerous and kind of, I don't know, enticing.
You're always enticed when there's women around, Aster.
Let's be careful. That sounds painful.
Yeah. Well, we don't have a way to activate this portal, whether we want to go meet Pain's lady or not.
Yeah.
So I guess the only thing to do is to turn around and go through those doors that were a little bit open already.
Yep.
See how much damage Nandal's done.
Heck yeah.
And maybe find the body with the key.
Tara draws her
Yes.
sword.
I draw my 2 swords too.
Okay.
There's another entry lobby and teleportation chamber on the other side of the doors, of the kind you've seen before. The ceilings are about 30 feet tall, making this floor slightly taller than the previous floors you've been on. Unlike the previous floors, there is no reception desk here. There are some indications of magical combat, though, such as scorch marks and pitted or gouged sections of wall. The teleportation circle itself appears to have been blasted by some kind of fire spell. It looks like the runes are intact, but you can't tell if it would still work. There's a pile of empty boxes that has been stacked in the northeast corner, and according to their labels, they all contained foodstuffs. There are normal-sized steel doors to the east and west, but the one to the west is slightly ajar. The one on the east is closed and barred from the inside, from your side. 2 more enormous lead doors stand to the south, and they are also barred shut from the inside.
If I tried to listen into one of them, would it be difficult? I'm assuming because it's made out of lead.
Yes, it's difficult to listen to the other side. Let's do a perception checks if you're going to listen to those.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's very difficult to hear anything. You think maybe you hear some maybe rumbling noises, but it's really hard to tell. The other thing you notice, though, checking the doors, is that it looks like these bars that were placed on here kind of impromptu. This was not designed to be blocked from this side. The same is true of the other door that is blocked. The door that is slightly ajar on the west, it can also be barred, but it is not. It is open.
All right, we can have another thing to say, and I message each of them individually. I know it takes a little bit of time, but I don't want Nandal to hear. And I say, all right, here's a good question. At first, I lied to Nandal because we were in panic mode and we needed to figure out what was going on with the worlds.
Mm-hmm.
But now he's moving around very freely, getting cozy with the people around, and I wanted to have him have a false sense of security so we could pounce on him and take care of that issue when we needed to. But now he's taking different kinds of actions that I didn't take into account. He's opening doors and traveling around and making our travel even more dangerous and perilous. Mm-hmm. Yet we know where he's going, because if this door is ajar, that means he walked through it. Or looked inside.
Yeah?
At some point, we need to take care of this guy.
Well,
And
what I
say
can
that to
say is the way below is blocked. So there's no further problems for right now.
should we follow Nandal's trail? If he said he saw creatures, then we're about to find some creatures.
Absolutely, we gotta go through the open door.
Yeah, whatever is barred from our side is probably barred for pretty good reason. So let's grab that low-hanging fruit before we go on to higher things.
I agree, and I think we're deciding to go through that door.
Tara kicks it.
Wait,
But much like Pinocchio, we might have to have a little talk with Nandal too.
yeah.
And I psychically wink.
Kicks it open.
All right. Awesome.
So we finished that conversation. Tara kicks
Yeah.
Tara walks over to the door and kicks it open.
Yeah. You know, like, so she can still, like, hold her sword in her hand.
All right. She kicks open the door. You see a hallway stretching to your right. It ends in a door about 50 feet away. And then on that hallway, just to your right, there is a door just a short distance away, 10 feet away. And then off to your left, there is, on the left side of the hallway, there is a door that is slightly ajar. And then the hallway also continues south and ends in a T intersection. And you can also see ahead, about 60 feet ahead, you can see the walls sort of look like they taper off, the walls of this hallway. Which way do you want to go?
left. Right, Tara?
Well, there's that door that's slightly ajar, so I'm going to the next slightly ajar door.
Okay, you go to the next slightly ajar door, you push it open.
Is this another frickin' maze?
I hope not.
I've had about
that guy,
enough of those
Gribbage?
for one campaign.
Was it Gribbage who made the maze? Who was the one that made
Yeah, it's Gribbage.
Yeah.
That's right.
the annoying Gribbage?
Yeah.
But a paranoid.
It seems like everybody hates Gribbage, and maybe for good reason.
Yeah.
He does put a maze in his own place.
Yeah.
And like, really, what's the purpose?
Well, you could piece that together if you read the different notes about him. So
It's paranoia.
the door to this room that Tara kicks open, the slightly open door, is labeled Portal Stability Research. And it's slightly ajar until Tara kicks it open and it just falls off the hinges.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a 60-foot by 40-foot room that is empty and in ruins. The walls are crumbling, and whatever was in here has been smashed or taken. The floor is littered with broken glass, bits of stone, scraps of burned paper, and bits of twisted metal. The western wall of the room is completely gone, and there's this overpowering, acrid, smoky smell. You weren't sure if you were smelling it before, but now you are definitely smelling it. It's drifting in through the opening of in the west, where the wall is gone. There is also, however, a crude stone wall further to the west, stretching from the floor all the way up to the 30-foot tall ceiling. It is definitely not of the same construction as the rest of the facility, and you can hear a thick bubbling sound coming from somewhere to the west, and there's a strange glow to the southwest, and to the north, you think you hear some singing or humming or something.
Tara is weirded out.
Yeah, for
As
sure.
a bard, I would love to see who's singing with. Does it have a good voice?
It's hard to tell from here. It's kind of sing-songy. Not great, but someone's singing.
Well, I'm always into entertainment, but I would not go that way. That sounds
It
dangerous.
sounds happy.
The happier, the more dangerous, so I always say.
Do
I
you
don't
always say that?
No, I don't. I made that up right now.
You should start saying it.
But no, I think we should stealth. I know it's hard for you guys to do that, but
Why don't maybe you can stealth and go check out what's going on?
all right.
All right, your stealth bonus is +9.
Yeah.
Okay. Aster sneaks off.
How am I doing? How do I feel?
You feel pretty sneaky. Tara and Paxton, you can see him as he sneaks away to the... no, where are you going? North?
I'm going to the
sound?
sound, but
Okay.
I'm against the wall.
All right. You're sneaking up to the north along this 30-foot tall wall.
Yeah.
Okay. So you pass another room with its western wall destroyed.
And they saw me sneak away?
Yeah, but I mean, they were looking right at you when you walked off.
Okay, good.
You don't know what was in this room. It's mostly empty. There are the remains of shelves on the walls, but they've been stripped of absolutely everything, and many of the shelves have collapsed to the floor. 60 feet to the west of this room, as you sneak by it, there's the opening. You're sneaking by that and looking into the room from there. Someone has built this crude stone wall here. It continues running north to south, and you can smell that burning smell, although you don't see any smoke or fire. Now that you've adjusted to the darkness and you're using your dark vision, you can see that through this wall to the west, there are holes in this wall, little holes, little gaps, and you can see a warm glow coming through those gaps in the wall. And as you get further north, you hear this humming, and it gets louder, and it's pretty clearly some happy humming. And as you get closer, you can make out the singing sound. And,
Male or female?
that is hard to figure out. But the voice goes,
break their bones, take their tomes, make sure they're dead, make my bed, kill the demons, keep 'em steaming.
Demon steaming.
Keep 'em steaming.
Keep them steaming. Oh, gosh. All right. As I hear that, I'm like, okay, that's not nice. And then...
and as you're sneaking along here, I'm going to make a perception check. Okay.
I'm going to die.
You're sneaking along here, and you get, on our map, right about there, you get to the north wall of this second ruined room, and as you do that, you look through the gaps in the wall, and this humming is growing louder, and you see a small winged creature flapping back and forth behind the wall, humming. It occasionally stops to pick something up, and then either tosses it over its shoulder or shoves it into this wall. It also appears to be wearing a jaunty hat. It stops suddenly, and then turns around and looks right at you, and then it smiles and waves.
Can I send a message to it?
Sure.
Because it sees me? I can clearly see
In
it
fact,
sees
I'll
me?
describe it some more. It has scaly red skin, leathery bat wings, several sets of horns on its head protruding through the floppy hat, and a long scorpion-like tail, and its smile is full of jagged teeth.
I smile back, send a message, wave at it, and say, keep them steaming, and I run the
says,
other way.
Wait, mortal, wait.
It talks out loud. Okay, you run away. You run south along the wall. The creature comes out through the wall behind him,
I dash.
chasing him south, saying,
Wait, Yapka is so happy. Maybe Kremex will be happy. Please come in. Please wait.
Tara and Paxton, you hear Aster, no longer stealthy, just running towards you at full speed, and there's this little red, leathery, bat-like thing coming behind him.
Is it large?
No, it's tiny.
Nature check. Have I ever seen anything like this?
I've never seen,
No.
that's why I ran.
No. And it is wearing a kind of a jaunty hat, and it's saying,
Wait. Yapka wants to talk. Wait.
Are you Yepka?
oh,
Well,
you're talking to
yeah.
the creature.
Yes, this is Yapka. Yapka wants to talk. Yapka is so happy to see mortals.
Oh, gosh. I roll and turn to it with my weapons up.
Oh dear. Yapka.
Who are you? Who are you?
Yapka? Not clear already, Yapka? This is Yapka.
What are you?
Imp.
Imp?
Imp.
What is an imp?
Imp. Yapka is, Beatazu?
Beyatazu. What is that?
Yapka take you to Kremex. Kremex be so happy to see you.
Who's Krimix?
Kremex is boss.
What is...
Please come. I'll take you to house. I show you my house. You want to see my house?
Hey, Yapka, I love your hat. Where'd you get that hat?
I find hat on dead mortal.
Oh,
I like it.
where did you and Krimich come from?
We come from Avernus. Avernus.
What's a Vernus?
Oh.
Plane?
What's a plane?
What's a plane? What is plane? What is plane? Plane is different existence.
Tara does not look like she understands.
Yeah, Paxton just shrugs his shoulders.
Plane.
Like a world?
Yes.
Like
Plane
what?
of Beatazu.
Like up there? You know, and she's like pointing up. Like, you know, one of those little glass worlds?
Yapka not been outside, so Yapka can't say.
Oh, Yapka, I love your hat again. You are so cute.
It's nice. I like hat.
So hey, what's Krimich like?
Cribbage.
Yeah, what's he like?
Cribbage. You mean Kremex?
Yeah, Krimich, sorry.
Oh, Kremex is big, boss.
Is
Very
he,
wise.
is he
Cribbage
going
wise.
to hurt us?
Kremex is wise. Is he going to hurt you? Maybe. Maybe not. Kremex find you helpful. Make a deal.
Oh, well, what kind of things does he find helpful?
Well, he says he wants mortals, so to help him with something, and he may help them. So, but we wait and nobody comes.
Do you know what he wants help with? I mean, it seems like you're his close confidant.
No, Yapka is not close, but Yapka get promotion.
Oh, if you bring us to him?
Probably. Maybe?
Is there anyone else here?
Oh, sure. There's Thigar and Klah and Glingdu and Garrist and oh god, there's so many.
What are they like?
Yapka prefer to deal with Kremex. Are they like me?
Yeah, like little,
no.
like fight.
No, there are more imps though.
Oh.
Do y'all work here?
Yes.
Were you part of the original administration here before everything went to...
No. But Kremex tell you. Yapka keep watch on Northern Inn. You want to see house?
Wait.
Yes.
Wait, Yapka. I have a question for you.
What question? Yapka has other hat in his house. Yapka can switch.
Yeah, I'm sure. It looks
my house.
nice. Maybe. Question for you. I've never heard names so interesting. So I have a name that I'd like you to tell me more about. Or maybe a phrase, I'm not sure. Tanar Ri Orbatazu. What?
Tanar is bad.
Bad, huh? What kind of bad?
Demons.
Demons.
Not good like devils.
Is Grimex, is he a demon?
No, Kremex, devil. Like Yapka.
So you're demons.
No.
They're devils.
They're devils.
Yes.
And the others are demons. And
Yes.
demons are bad.
Yes.
Devils are good.
Devil is the right side.
What are demons and what are devils?
Yapka. Devil.
Okay, guys, I like devils, I think. Maybe?
Yapka devil.
I've never met a devil that wasn't cool. But I've only met you, Yapka, but you seem pretty cool.
Hey, Yapka, do you mind if I talk to my friends real quick about,
You want a side?
Yeah.
Yapka, step over here.
I say we go to Kremex, but I want to see Yapka's house first, just saying.
Yeah.
I told you guys, I don't trust anything down here. But
This Kremex guy is going to find us one way or another. We're going to have to deal with these
either
people.
he's going to like us or he's not going to like us, so we're going to have a talk with him or we're going to have a talk with him.
You got it. Hey, Yapka.
Yes. Your side is finished?
Yes, I'm going to keep my weapons out because, caution is important. I'm sure you're very nice.
Okay.
Can we see your house?
Yes, let's switch hats.
Yeah, okay. I'll tell you which one looks better.
Both look good.
Oh, you've got some confidence, Yapka.
Yes.
So you follow him north. He goes along the outside of the wall, the side you were on, Aster, and he leads you, once you get close to the northern wall of the facility, he leads you through the wall and over to a little structure.
As we're moving, can I message both of them individually again? And I just want to tell them the lyrics to the song. That's all.
Okay,
Tell
you tell
that
them the lyrics
Yapka
of the
sang
song.
that.
Yep. So he has this little hut that's built out of rubble and bones. And inside you see a neatly made bed, a nightstand, and a pile of books. And he has a small doormat that says welcome on it.
I'm extremely interested to know what the books are.
In common, yeah. Yeah, it says welcome in common. Yapka says...
You look inside. I'll show you hat.
Okay.
So he flutters inside, he puts down his hat, it has holes in it from all his horns poking through it, and he picks up a different hat with sort of a wide brim and a flat top, and he puts that one on. And he says,
Better or worse?
I think I like the pointy one.
Yeah.
oh, it's not pointy, it's just got horns going through it. So both of them are, this one is more like a beret, that was the first one, and this one's more like a low top hat.
Ooh.
Oh, I like the top hat.
Like the second one?
Yeah, I like the second one better too.
Oh, Yapka put on this one then. Okay, now we see Krimex.
Hold on, let me see what books you're reading.
Oh, all right.
You mind if I go through your book stack?
Go right ahead.
What do I see?
So he's got one book on abjuration, just an academic book. He's got a book on fishing, and he's got a book on pottery.
Can I make a perception check of the room to see if I see anything weird or dark or ominous?
Yeah, so there are plenty of humanoid skulls in the walls, and the walls appear to have been sort of melted stone pieces that have been sort of melted together. He's got a new little nightstand next to the bed with his pile of books on it, and his bed appears to be neatly made. He's got some nice sheets, and they are clean, and he's made his little bed there. And one more thing. You see that out the east of the wall, there's almost like an arrow slit. So there's a break in the wall that he can look through. If you had to guess, you would guess this is sort of a watch station.
Hey, Yapka,
Yes.
where'd all these skulls come from?
Oh, dead bodies. Yep.
Like of who?
Oh, people here, people other places.
Did you make
Even for
those?
decoration. What?
Did you make them?
Make skulls?
Did you finish off these people?
Oh, Yapka personally, maybe one. Devils do most of the rest of the work.
But you're a devil.
Yes. Other devils.
So other devils.
Other
Gotcha.
devils.
Gotcha.
Yapka, not only devil.
You seem like a nice imp. I think that's what you called yourself, Yapka.
Yapka's useful.
I'm sure you are. What did these humanoids do to incur the wrath of your companion devils?
I don't know. Did, not follow orders?
Interesting. Okay, thank you, Yapka.
Yapka not in charge of big picture. That Kremix is.
Is Crimix an imp too?
No. Kremix not imp. Kremix, Oziluth.
What's that?
Oziluth?
Yeah.
Big devil?
Is he big like me or bigger than me?
Oh, depends. Sometimes your size.
Huh.
You can
Sometimes
change
bigger.
size?
Depends on how he stands.
Interesting.
What this little can I tell that like the wall that we kind of walked up? Does it look like the same sort of structure as the house?
It's made out of almost entirely stone. It doesn't have any bones in it.
Oh, okay. But it's still like the melted stone.
Right.
I'm gonna ask him why he's been building that wall.
Oh, keep demons out.
Oh, so the demons are here too?
That Kremix explain.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess it's time to talk to Kremix.
Yep.
I'll keep my swords on me.
Yep, me too.
Okay. Do you want to talk to Kremix? You want to go follow
Yes.
him to Kremix?
Yes.
Hey,
All right.
hey, is there any certain way we should talk to Kremix?
What?
You know, like, does he like to be called sir or
Oh, be polite.
be polite? Okay. Okay, do I need to, like, bow or?
Yes, definitely.
So Yapka leads you south with the makeshift wall on your right. It is pretty obviously defensive in nature as you get around more of it. It has these openings through which projectiles could be shot or spells could be cast. On your right, to the west, there are some bits of the former wizard complex still visible. Short sections of wall, pieces of furniture, and occasionally some tattered bits of clothing.
You know, I think I've found out, like, a secret flaw Tara has.
What's that?
Loves tiny creatures.
Oh.
Aster, you should try to find a shrinking spell.
That would be awesome.
You continue around the wall. In some places, as you look through the wall, you can see that the floor of what used to be this wizard complex is split or cracked, and there's a red steaming liquid bubbling and frothing. There are other creatures as you look through the wall, similar to Yapka, flitting about here and there, picking up pieces of rubble and carrying them away, or sitting on the ground looking bored. They look up in surprise as you walk by and then shoot an angry look at Yapka, but Yapka looks very smug. Eventually, he leads you around the wall. You notice that he's being very careful as you walk around this wall to stay right next to the wall. He's not moving closer to the direction of the teleportation circle, toward the north middle where the stairwell and the teleportation circle are. But eventually, he leads you past the wall and up to a wall made out of bones.
It's promising.
So there's this rectangle here. He leads you up to this wall made out of bones, and I guess I'll show you a little more of what you saw beyond the wall here.
So when you described there being hot bubbling liquid boiling out of these chasms,
Right.
I would assume that's lava.
Correct.
Did you describe it like that because we don't know what lava is?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
Yes.
Just double checking.
For the sake of the listener, that's probably beneficial. You go around this wall. He takes you to the wall of bones. 15 feet to the south of that is another wall of bones. And Yapka sort of gestures, and he says,
We must do this the proper way, but Yapka cannot pass the nasty barrier. Go around the wall of bones, then come back from the other side. You see other wall of bones to the south? Yes. Come back between the two walls. Yapka will meet you again.
So he's saying, go around these two walls, come back from the east, and go between them. You're standing just north of them.
What? What's the barrier you're talking about?
Barrier, forbidden zone. Zone of forbiddance?
All right. Where?
You can't feel it? Oh, you're not fiends. The barrier, circle, protection, can't go through it.
Oh, so you... why do we need to go around and through? You can't come with us? Just through?
Yapka cannot cross the barrier.
He points toward the buildings here, and he sort of traces a line in the air around where those rooms are.
Yapka cannot cross.
But why can't you just go through the two walls of bones with us?
Yapka cannot go through east side to come around. Yapka will meet you on west side.
Why can't we go on west side? I'm confused.
Because you make grand entrance from east and then go west. You must do this right.
Okay. So this is Flourish. This is Astra's kind of thing.
Okay. Grand entrance.
Great.
Yes,
okay,
I can dig that.
I now understand what we're saying. I can totally make a good entrance.
Grand entrance through the walls
Okay.
of bone. Between walls of bone.
Okay, perfect.
And you
Got
can't
it.
come with us because
I
of the
can't come
forbidden.
through the bone. I meet you on west side of bones to continue grand entrance. It's
Okay.
more impressive if you come through from east.
Got it. High five, Yapka.
High five?
Yeah. I mime what a high five is.
Oh,
He slaps your hand.
Yeah. Okay, I walk around.
Okay, you move around to the east of the wall of bones.
Guys, this wall of bones make any of you a little creeped out.
Yeah, I stow the holy blade, but I just want to make mention that the rapier is now on my right hand, on my offhand.
Okay.
Paxton wants to investigate this wall of bones because he feels like it might be some sort of like death field or something.
Okay, so you check out the wall of bones. It is indeed creepy. It is made out of a variety of bones, some of them humans, some maybe elves or dwarves, but also some creatures that you don't recognize. All sorts of bones and skulls crammed together in this big wall. They're not moving, they are not glowing or anything, they're just assembled into a wall.
Can I do an Arcana check to see if it's magic?
It won't tell you for sure, but it might give you some idea.
Yeah, 14.
You don't think it's magic. Maybe it was put together magically. You don't think the wall's doing anything. Hard to know for sure, though. Maybe it just kills you if you walk past it.
That's true. Well, shall we make our grand entrance?
Mm-hmm.
You move to the east of the Wall of Bones, slipping between it and the remains of an old research facility wall. Yapka awaits you, just like he said, to the west, standing between the Wall of Bones.
yes, come. Kremex will see you. Remember, be respectful. Oh, this will be so good for Yapka.
And he
I hope
gestures
it's
for
good
you to
for
come
us.
forward.
Tara walks forward,
Okay, you walk through the
looking
wall.
really regal.
All right. Excellent. Very impressive. So ahead is a path of smooth stone leading between some strange structures that could not have been part of the original layout here. These structures appear to be made of bone, or perhaps they are giant teeth. The first pair of structures, each 10 feet tall, point straight up, and the next two pairs, each larger than the last, curve over the pathway. At the end of this path is a raised platform with a throne upon it, all made of bone. A large, vaguely humanoid collection of bones is slouched against the throne, and on either side of this throne are pulsing lumps of flesh with misshapen arms and lumpy heads protruding from them. 30 feet behind the throne is a massive arch made of giant bones as well. Through the arch, you can see another world, a world of fire, smoke, mountains of black stone, and rivers of molten rock. On either side of this arch are two pools of molten rock. Standing by each of them are human-sized, green-skinned creatures covered in pointy spikes, or barbs, and they eye you hungrily. As you approach, Yapka pipes up and says,
Master Kremex, Yapka has found mortals. These primes just arrived from outside and Yapka has brought them to you. They can pass through the zone of forbiddance.
The collection of bones slowly stirs and sits up, and you realize it is not a collection of bones. It is a horrible creature with its white skin drawn so tightly over it that it appears to be made of bones. As it sits up, translucent insectoid wings spring up behind it, and a scorpion tail raises in the air, hovering behind it. A glittering white and red gem resembling an eye hangs from a medallion on the creature's neck. The creature's skull-like face breaks into a grin, and it leans forward eagerly.
Welcome, mortals. Welcome to the Blood War.
The what?